Howdy, how y'all doing? This is George the Fearless Rambler. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Here we are eating breakfast on the Enchanted Princess, in which it just pulled into Mahogany Bay for a fun day of excursions. And we're planning to do a snorkeling excursion on our own that will be completely free, at least to us. And we'd love to show you what we have done to make a cheap excursion day here at Mahogany Bay. And we'd love to have you come join us. Now, to do this free excursion, we had to get to Roatan's Mahogany Bay. We did this by sailing on the Enchanted Princess on a 7-night Western Caribbean cruise that headed out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Now, after sailing for 2 days, with a quick stop in Cozumel, Mexico, we arrived to this carnival port on our 3rd day of the cruise. Heading off the boat, turn around and you'll get a great view of your ship, a Kodak moment. Just remember that views are always free to take in. To help make this self-made excursion cheap, we avoid the temptation of buying things through this duty-free shop. They will make you walk through it to get to the interior of the port, but understand there is plenty of drinks and food to buy down at the beach, so wait till then to get something to eat.
I'm missing somebody.
Okay, I guess there is something in that duty-free shop somebody wants. After you gather all your loved ones at the port, finally, head off past those paid excursions and look for the signs to Mahogany Beach. The beach will be to your right on a nicely paved trail.
Try to enjoy a day here at the beach and see what there is. So the beach is this direction. I think it's about a 10-minute walk. We're hoping so. So this walkway is very beautiful. You'll be able to see some birds, some beautiful trees. Yeah, Terry's saying it's, what is it?
Oh, we just had a rainstorm, so everything's nice and fresh. Damp, but smells fresh.
Of course, we got the chairlift. About $15 to ride.
Now, this being a cheap excursion, we chose not to take this magical flying beach chair. Though Princess Cruise Lines tell me that this can be the most scenic trip to the beach you could ever imagine. Now, this is modeled after a traditional ski lift. The magical flying chair takes you on a thrilling, fun-filled 6-minute ride across 1,200 feet of cable, suspended 65 feet above the lush canopy of trees, landing you at that magnificent Mahogany Beach in which we're heading to.
Who would cross the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3.
Or at least you need to show your medallion or your key card from other cruise ships before you're allowed to go over this bridge of death and into the Mahogany Beach facilities. Once you enter into the beach area, the adventure begins.
Now we just go and find a spot.
Get eaten by an alligator.
Ooh.
We plan to go sit in the lounge chairs on the far side of the beach, closer to the snorkeling. To do that, we're going to pass all these food and drink offerings, but they do come at a cost. So if you want to get wild, drink a little, and spend some money, this could be your place. Looks like you already had too much coconut milk, Terry. So let's go ahead and find our spot before I fall in love with this inanimate object and head off to the south side of the beach where we can make a home for the day. Now for our excursion, we're going to go ahead and walk by the clamshells towards the cabanas. Now here are the clamshells. The clamshells come with 2 lounge chairs and a small table for your drink. Clamshells, they are nice, but you need to reserve them early. They did sell out. But for us, it's a free excursion. So we're going to head over to the free lounge chairs that there's plenty available, at least if you get there early.
Okay, we found our home for the day. Halfway in the shade, halfway not. So now we just need to go and do some water sports and probably do it fairly quickly. Probably go do my snorkeling early and try to have some fun. So yeah, Mahogany Bay, just for us.
Now, to make this a free excursion, we had to bring our own snorkeling equipment. Yeah, you can rent the snorkeling equipment here in Mahogany Bay for a small cost, and I'll explain that in a few minutes. But let's go ahead and hit that water and see how great the snorkeling is. Now for us to get to that nice snorkeling area, we had to head off to that swimming pier. We jaunted around the private cabanas toward the hideaway bar, now taking a right to that small beach area, and then we saw that wooden pier stretching out to the reef. Now this anticipation, it started to overcome me because this is why I wanted to go to Mahogany Beach, just to go to this snorkeling area to video it. With the green flag waving, we knew it was going to be a low hazard day and a great day to be out in the water.
So we're just coming out to the end of the pier. Best place to go snorkeling here at Mahogany Bay. And as long as you bring your own stuff, it's a free excursion. And that's what we've done. So just need to get our snorkels on and hop in the water again. It's the second time out. We just absolutely love it. It's great. Okay, so drop off your flip-flops. There we go. We're going to just drop off our flip-flops right here.
Now before you head out in the water, let me show you the snorkeling and the swimming areas.
So you got the buoys here. At that area, you can see where they're swimming out. Got a lifeguard watching over. Yeah, and it looks like you can snorkel in this area too. That's the private beach. That's the busy beach. That's a son of a beach. What? Okay, I'll get you getting it.
Being in the middle of May, we found this water to be refreshing and not too cold. This made snorkeling nice. Even though it had rained earlier in the morning, the water was clear. You'll enter in a seagrass area right off the pier and you immediately will see some fish. So the first fish of the day, we saw some grunts, snapper, and of course some parrotfish. How cool is that? Now Terry wanted to remind you that you need to swim past this grassy area to get to the corals. This is where you're going to see the aquarium type fish, and I found this area to be amazing. Mahogany Bay here in Roatán is a popular snorkeling destination. While the bay itself is not the most spectacular snorkeling site, it offers an access to the second largest barrier reef in the world, in which we can take advantage of that right off the pier. Now this snorkeling area here on Carnival's private beach is free for Carnival guests to use, as long as you bring your own snorkeling equipment. But if you don't, it's fairly inexpensive to rent some. While the beach itself may not have the best snorkeling, and out here in the snorkeling area it's just a little bit better, it's a great starting point. Now if you just want a day of fun, this snorkeling is good enough to fulfill the needs of an amateur snorkeler. The water is shallow enough to be up close and personal to several species of colorful fish. Enough beautiful coral to make you feel like you're swimming in an aquarium. And here's a few of my personal thoughts. I found myself enjoying this swimming through the crystal clear ocean over this vibrant coral reef, finding myself immersed in a complete serenity. The gentle sway of the water, the shimmering sunlight filtering through the surface, and the graceful moment of colorful fish creating a dream-like atmosphere. Each breath brought a deeper sense of calm as I drifted along watching darting reef fish and the delicate fan corals waving with the current. If you get a chance to snorkel here, it will feel like entering into another world, one where time is slowed down and the beauty of nature speaks in silence. It was so peaceful, awe-inspiring experience that I shall never forget. Quote, "The sea, once it casts its spell, holds one in the net of wonder forever." End quote. Jacques Cousteau. We love traveling to different ports of call, not for relaxation, but for exploration. When I've taken time to snorkel beneath the waves, it is like entering and exploring an unknown world. Do these blue tangs and Dr. Fish recognize me as one of them, or just an intruder that they're allowing me to join in? During this short moment of time, I get to be captivated by this underwater world. Snorkeling here in the Caribbean is a breathtaking experience that makes you feel like you're drifting in a hidden underwater world. As you float effortlessly on the surface, the water kind of feels like it wraps around you like a warm blanket. the noise of the surface fades away into a gentle silence, only broken up by your own breathing. Below, you just might see some schools of colorful fish gliding through the coral reefs that resemble a vibrant and alien landscape. You can find a sense of wonder and calm as this marine life just swims around you, going about their own business, completely unbothered by your presence. Every moment feels slow but intentional, creating a peaceful rhythm that can clear your mind. It's a surreal blend of adventure, serenity, and unforgettable ways to connect with nature in one of the most mysterious forms. If you have a chance, swim out a little further to the drop-off or the trench. This will give you that experience of the depth of the water and the dark vastness of the deep blue sea. This type of adventure is not about speed and thrills, so take it slow and don't force the experience. Just take in what Mother Nature will show you. Taking your time, she will show you her best. Be one with the environment and just let it happen. Don't expect, just let the experience come to you. Every dive will be different, and that will give you an opportunity to share it with your friends and your loved ones, and that is what makes it enjoyable. Even if you don't come out snorkeling, head out to the pier and look down. You'll be able to see some tropical fish, such as sea urchins, parrotfish, and of course this trunkfish. And this is where everybody's experience is different. I didn't see any trunkfish out when I was snorkeling, but Terry saw several when she was out in the water. So her experience and story is different than mine. And the fun thing about cruising is you get to meet new friends and help them out in a time of need. In this case, where's the best place to snorkel? And of course, a fresh shower and cleaning up is the way to finish off the experience. Yeah, it's nice to get that salt off. Now beware, one of the chances you take by swimming in the ocean is being stung by jellyfish. There are several swimmers that were stung today, and Terry was no exception.
Show me your injury.
I don't know if you can see it. Let me put it in the sun.
There it is.
Just see all these prickles along here? Across here?
She hit a jellyfish.
Didn't see it at all. All you know is when it starts stinging.
I saw it in front of her. I switched it off.
He'd already got me.
But I did catch it on film here, and let me show you step by step of her being stung. You see that jellyfish right in front of her? Oblivious to her, she's going straight for it. Her forward stroke is going to push that jellyfish to the left side of her body. And on her downstroke, she's going to hit that jellyfish to her side, and that is when she's going to get stung. You'll see her hands cringe up a little bit, and that jellyfish being pushed between her legs. She now recognizes the pain, and she's going to reach for it and rub the stung area as the jellyfish goes between her legs and up to the surface. Now she's going to look for me and show me where she was stung. And yeah, it hurt for a while, but the pain did go away fairly quickly. Just a little hint, if you put some white vinegar on it, it'll take the pain away, well, at least a little bit. There are some medical personnel on shore with spray bottles of white vinegar that'll spray your stung area just to relieve that pain.
I can tell you though, the snorkeling here was absolutely wonderful. It was great. If you want to do a free excursion, yeah, come out and snorkel at the end of the pier, head off to the trench, and I think you'll just enjoy it.
You can rent equipment too somewhere.
Now you can rent equipment, and I'll show you that too, but we brought our own equipment, so this excursion today was completely free.
You can pre-rent your snorkel and fins prior to getting here to Mahogany Bay through your cruise line. That will guarantee that the snorkels and fins will be waiting for you when you get here. Or step right up and grab this menu and order your equipment a la carte. And I think a very reasonable price at $20 a day per set for fin, snorkel, and mask. And you'll find some wonderful staff members ready to help you out. But beware, lines can be long. Now, if snorkeling is not your thing, there are other water equipment that you can rent out for a cost. So whatever your water sport desire might be, check out that list of equipment. They just might have it for you. Now, after a long day of snorkeling, it's time to refresh your soul with some cold coconut water. Now, how can you go to the tropics without getting some young coconut to snack on? Yes, it was $8, but a must do.
Hey. So it's $8? Huh? $8, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yum.
And then when we take it back, he'll open it up and give us the coconut out of it.
Oh, really?
Yep. That's about as virgin drink as you can get. Pure coconut milk from young coconut.
It's like young coconut.
Delicious. You know, when you're on the tropics here and you got these palm trees all around you, yeah, might as well have a palm nut. Coconut. Okay. Put the lime in the coconut and drink it all. Wait, not drink it. This is eat it all up.
Eat it all up.
Okay, let's try it out.
So there's 2 pieces there.
Okay, here it goes. I cut up in little pieces. I need to rip it. Hold a piece of it. Ready? Oh, there it goes. Let's take a look. Oh, that's good.
Don't touch my nuts.
Time to leave the beach.
Yep.
Beached out.
Beached out.
Now you think you're done, but you're not. There's a nature trail. You need to go do that. That an animal, or walk at your own risks. Watch for low branches. Be careful loose gravel. Even ground even. No climbing trees. Path becomes slippery when wet. And watch out for those tree roots. Okay, this is more of a challenge than it is a trail. And here's a little hack. Come up to the nature trail, and if your ship is the one docked where you can see it, this is the place to go to get the shot. I'm talking about the shot of the ship. Look at this. Here it goes.
I was watching the roller coasters.
Oh. Oh. There it is. There's the roller coaster.
It slows down and then it goes zoom.
Got a little bit of climb on this trail. I'm enjoying this little walk. It's very pretty. So it is very nature-ish, if that's the right word. Okay. We're not going to the beach, but you can go to the beach that way. Uh-oh, we have the pier. We're going to show you the pier. Family of rocks. Yeah, so it is a little family.
And on this trail, you can find some quiet areas, get away from the crowds, and just have some private time.
Here's a butterfly. And here's the end of the trail. Now we could have headed off the pier also on this trail. But yeah, that was fun. But after a long day, we're getting kind of hungry. Back to the ship to eat.
And before we head back to the ship, we're going to go ahead and roam around the port, look at some trinkets to buy, enjoy the artwork that we can see, and see what Roatan has to offer us.
Wow, that sure been fun, a free excursion. You know, coming here to Roatan, staying a day at Mahogany Bay, and doing free snorkeling. What else can you ask for? I do appreciate all of you for joining us today. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, give me 2 thumbs up, because this is George the Fearless Rambler, ready to head off the next port, signing off.